Alright. Go. Controller. Turning on. Good. Connected. Stream live. Recording live. Oh yeah, I guess I am. Yeah. Oh, that's literally different. Sorry. Anyways, hey, more of this again. Yeah, I actually don't know how much more there is to this game. The first one specifically. Suppose there might be a DLC or something to the first one, maybe? I'm pretty sure there's one more episode left at least. But anyways, I don't know how long this one episode I'm still doing is. Yesterday went quite, like, it was one day, and one day of investigation specifically, and that took so fucking long. Like, actually fucking insane. Anyways, though, yeah, we'll just jump straight into it. It's not like I have anything else I can do about this. Okay, December 27, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here, anyway?
Mr. Wong Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so...
Okay, he's just showing off. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
A prediction. God, this one's again more French. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Wow, that is really confident, huh?
Order! Order! Mr. Wong Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah. Must you question everything? It will be in over 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
Call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's a mysterious boat shop owner. It's gonna be the parrot instead. Witness, state your profession.
I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake.
God, I don't remember what I was doing yesterday.
And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Honestly, why not, you know? Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. None. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right.
A witness will state his name.
Should we be tired?
Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My, memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. What the fuck kind of statement is that? Doesn't remember anything from beyond last several years. Has he not picked up another name for himself? Just no, like, okay. Like, I understand what's going on with the character. I do know that couple things. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
Can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can't testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness?
Honestly, I would probably raise a lot of concerns about the person's, you know, like I'm not saying that they couldn't remember 3 years ago, but we should maybe run like some kind of test on the individual, with not like some secret, some human experimentation, but like running tests of like, you know, how well does he remember things from like a day before or like that. I feel like there's a little bit of like questionability on the witness. Anyways,
let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness?
The night of the murder.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I ran boats as usual, and I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake, and I heard another bang. It's about then the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I would like to begin the cross-examination.
Nine. There is nothing to question in my witness testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now.
Yes. Mr. Wright.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
Wait. 3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
So I had to count to 3 in German to be like, what's the most likely way for him to say that? Now the murder. Now 24, just after midnight.
Yep.
Just after midnight, you say?
Yep.
Just around then. Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it yet today.
Pasta.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Rainbowlini. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep.
You see? Continue.
I was in the restaurant where I ran boats as usual.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keefy boy.
Okay. The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Wow, he admits that?
I the bang.
And where did the bangs come from?
From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue.
I looked out the window. I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And I heard another bang.
Okay, so I'm not seeing much here. Yeah, so, because there's like one bang here, then they looked at the window. We still don't know what the first bang even is. Oh, actually, I do know what the 3 shots are, because I'm guessing this is the same gun that was used to shoot in the DL6 case. So the first round was fired 15 years ago. I don't know what the second one is, though. Was there someone in the boat?
I was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup.
Well, you couldn't see them clearly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is really shaky.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time?
I heard now. Bang.
So you heard 2 gunshots total?
Yep.
I mean, this was already established, but nobody has questioned this. That's what Lotta said in their testimony yesterday. Ask what the first shot is! Ah, okay, fine.
About then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
By your window?
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. That is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
Linguini. I have a bad feeling about this.
A man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Okay. Are you sure?
Fusellini.
Uh-oh. Dad!
That's certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy. There sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
One Karma. He lured me into cross-examination, and so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. The one in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quick, or this trial is gonna be over. Raise an objection. Objection! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. Nine. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his face after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection! Objection! Your Honor, his witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Fuck, he actually raised a good point. What did I actually get from the DL6? Wait, I can read this shit? Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. Aaron Elevator's oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Gregory Edgeworth, 35. It isn't one. Still so wild. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son. Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. Lost trial with son. Interesting. Age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired. Oh. Murder weapon was fired twice. Court bailiff trapped in the elevator. Yanni Yogi. It was fired twice then. Okay. It was the same gun. It'll be fired twice before, so there was only one shot fired from that gun on the scene, so the bang would have been something else. That is actually very crucial. I did not realize that this is something I could read like this. I thought they went through. I just thought this was like a what's it called? Like they just made it like a fucking. I can't remember the term, but it's like a brief explanation of what we went through last time. With Edgeworth, memory loss due to oxygen deprivation after his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed. Yikes! Oh Jesus Christ, man! I mean, I already figured I figured as much that it is Yogi here, but apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please! Can you hear me, sis? Please! We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Wow. Here's will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at higher court within one. Wow. Huh. Alright then.
Interesting. Huh.
Wait!
No, was not.
Who was that just now?
Pokemon battle starts.
Huh?
Larry!
Where did you come from?
Larry.
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in park the night of the murder. I was sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can just sit here and let you call Edgy a... I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this.
He's right. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick! This can't get any worse.
Wait, I thought when these are in parentheses, those are like in their inner dialogue or monologue by Phoenix, but he apparently says them out loud. Huh. Just goes off soliloquying in middle of a trial. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistakes has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
December 27, 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Phew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Huh. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're spitting bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for a steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon at the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh, you say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Wankama has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfect prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one all for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Okay, this certainly is taking a fucking turn. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. This was supposed to be a 5-minute break. This was a 7-minute break. Somebody get this place in order.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Man, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, that was quite the fucking testimony.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, you've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
I don't know if I need to press this because I know what he's, but I guess, you know. What's the worst that could happen?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin.
Oh.
Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at lake at such an hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Watch, what was it that you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. Okay, actually. I should press this one. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I think I was searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12 o'clock. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. I mean, these days people don't even use watches. Some do, but they're now more electronic and more smarter than... some watches are smarter than I am. As I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Yeah, actually, I should press about this one. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Yeah, I looked like. Was there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts.
Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? It was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So after I had that single gunshot, I went home. So, you only heard one bang, correctly? Yeah. Huh.
Well, Nick?
It's a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. Wish I could call my sister.
So if I press this, are they the same things? Yeah, it's the same ones. Okay, I need to start presenting things. Okay. I wonder if I should save at this point, because I'm pretty sure I'm done with the because if I make a save here, just so that I don't need to waste 30 minutes of my time, if I start getting things wrong, I'll do his backup save here. Like I'm gonna run this through till the end, but in case I fail, I have like a way to catch up faster. Okay. Oh shit, we have even this one? Wait. That's interesting. So one shot was fired at the... That's actually a pretty big fact. One shot was fired at the window. Most likely attempted to break... Ooh. Most likely trying to break the glass. It could have ricochet. If it was two shots fired at the... If it was two shots fired at the window, one could have ricochet to hit the, what is it, Gary Edgeworth? Whatever? Was his name actually Gary? Gregory. Anyways. I no longer have the gas tank. That's a little shame. Okay, but this is... Okay, I need to go through like all these. Did I press all these? Okay, so... Didn't see a boat. Okay, this kind of gives me the vibe that I would need to maybe present the photo that there was a there was a boat on the lake. Okay, so this one I don't think I'm gonna need this anymore. Polly is not there yet. Have I seen the murder? Nope. Dude, sounds like a gunshot. Just. Oh, actually, this one could work. This could work. Single gunshot. There were 2 shots, based on the other testimony. This seems like a. This is a contradiction. Objection! Wait a sec, Larry. Oh, what? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Laura Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I have a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. You gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts.
What?
You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What?
Order! Order! And stop that booing. Mr. Butts. You were listening to the radio with your headphones?
I mean, if it hadn't been a scene of the murder, this would be completely fine thing to do. But yeah, so what? Was that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Yeah, no, I absolutely go on. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue this testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's so funny that the game keeps giving me these, like, very obvious, like, should I press this thing any further or not? And it's like, what other options do I have? Like, oh yeah, just... You know what? You're right. Edgeworth must have been the murderer. Just take away my cortospando. He likes cuffs anyways. Okay. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand why that would be an option. Why would you do that? I was listening to it real booming loud, like... I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word his witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Objection! Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Man, this really is a product of its time. But also really takes place in the future. I have so many questions about this fucking universe. So many questions. But I'm gonna hold off on those. Maybe the game will explain. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshots from the lake. I would like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. I'm not worried one bit. It's not been a long Christmas Eve. So turn on the radio. Right.
I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone!
I mean, trust me. Phoenix knows very well. I shouldn't have said anything. As such, this is an all-request show on the radio, see? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Budge, how loud was the radio set to that night?
This is a real loud, like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know?
And you had headphones on.
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
I'm sure I heard the gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Exactly what DJ said was saying when I heard it too. What did she say? She? I mean, I'm just surprised because I don't remember anybody. Did I just miss that from Larry's mouth? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible could know in what radio DJ said to us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, hmm?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when he say, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. Well, there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Okay. It's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She said she had this real sexy voice. Maybe on Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. Okay. Alarm Christmas. All request show on the. All requests show. Real booming loud, like. Sure, you heard that gunshot. It's almost Christmas. Now, honestly, I'm pretty sure this is the only point they mentioned the DJ. So yeah, no, like it's insignificant, but it's still like, you know. Okay, so 12:15. Two gunshots. Yeah, sure. I'm guessing it's a translational problem, or then I just missed something. So, it's almost Christmas is when the gunshot was fired, but this was taken 12:15, so it wasn't Christmas yet. This was after it was already Christmas. So, according to all laws of logic, this would be what the game wants me to say. 24th or 25th, shot from Max. That's for later. Because the gunshot was heard before Christmas. Objection! Larry, are you absolutely sure that what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you try to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said?
The teacher said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. No. I'm not implying. I'm not implying it should be translated to he. I'm simply saying that I'm surprised that they chose a gendered pronoun to begin with. They could have used they. But also, I will admit that there's a very common situation that that he is used for many times when, you know, the gender of the person in question is not known. So I'm just saying that she normally stands out because it's uncommon to have that pop up as a without any further, you know, like he would have also been weird. But like because it was not stated at any point, that just caught me off guard. But anyways, almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? So I'm guessing that Larry was probably bawling his eyes out even in the anime. When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
Well, that would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Ah, yeah, right. The concept of pronouns wasn't a thing, you know. Like that actually sounds really funny. Concept of pronouns is a very, very recent, you know, invention. I mean, they wrote the entire Bible without using a single pronoun. That's what Jesus said, or something like that. Let's see what time
was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25. 0015. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry for making such awful statements. It's a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Yeah, the Son of God. Yeah, when the angels were telling the shepherds, you know, that there's a that the Son of God is, you know, to be born on this night, or wait, was it that night or upcoming night? Remember that the boy goes by he, him. Honestly, I have seen people, you know, considering I have seen people claim that there are no pronouns in the Bible, I've also seen people make, you know, like mocking posts where they remove all pronouns from the Bible and they try to quote it.
Order, what does this mean? Two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Sussy, as the kids will say in about 20 years from now. Because there is no reason to be fuzzing about it. It's the fact that, you know, there are people out there who are just really unhappy with the fact that some people want to, you know, identify as who they wish to be. So they just want to make a big fuss about, you know. Just fucking. Just look at him, sussy baka. Yeah, God, I can't. But yeah, no, there's really no. It's just hateful people making, you know, starting to stir fires from, you know, the most, you know, inconsequential things. Like, pronouns are a very prominent part of the English language. But yet we have this one very famous clip of somebody yelling pronouns because they can choose, do they go by he, him, or she, her, or they, them in a Starfield, was it? I don't remember. Just scripting. I mean, that's true, but you know, sometimes there's time and place for that as well. What? What? I don't know what kind of voice I'm doing. I don't remember what I started with, Larry, but I'm trying to do like the mockery Sonic voice. I just can't.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Okay, you know, now there's a good chance that actually... So this was fired 3 times. I also don't think there's anything else that, you know... So there were 2 shots fired. So 1 shot was fired beforehand, 2 shots were fired after midnight. So 3 shots were fired, so this is not actually the same gun as that was used in the... Which makes sense, and also it probably would not show any signs anymore at this point, after like 15 years. I don't know how guns work, but like, I'm guessing. But this points to 3 shots. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That Dersher was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! I guess that would make sense out of the yesterday's testimony.
Bah, you waste your time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something?
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butt wasn't just hearing things?
Okay. What could I possibly use for this one? Take it automatic. Oh wait, shit! I didn't even remember I had this one. Look at this photograph. Every time I see it, it makes me laugh. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hard, with her automatic camera. The timestamp of the photo is December 24, 11:50 p. I was not paying attention anymore towards the end of yesterday's stream. I completely forgot about this one.
Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims.
Order! Order!
Wait, I think I might know what happened. I think I might know exactly what happened. Well, not exactly, but I have this. Now, I don't. Once again, I'm not really familiar with the series. But, like, I had this crazy, crazy theory. And naturally. But, like, I don't yet know exactly, like, there's still important, crucial facts missing. Very crucial facts missing. But if the victim was shot 1 meter away, but the victim was the one holding the gun, and Edgeworth says that it's almost like he shot himself. There were 2 shots fired. One of them was supposedly a lot more high-pitched. There was a 3rd shot before. I don't know what that one is. I'm actually guessing that might have been a some kind of a like, I don't know exactly what happened with that one. But the the way I'm picturing this is that the victim. Well, I mean, Gordon. Honestly, at first I was thinking that somebody was like actually submerged, like in the water. There was somebody swimming in the water that shot the guy, like, and that could have been mistaken as Gordy. That was one of the things I was thinking of earlier. But did they, like, did the victim shoot Edgeworth? And since Edgeworth is also he's also an attorney, he has the badge, and the shot would have reflected off that badge back to the victim. But I also don't. This sounds absolutely ludicrous, and I don't think that's what it would be. But that would be so fucking funny if something like that happened. I don't think a badge alone could reflect the shot, but like, I wouldn't bet on it in this game. But anyways, that's my theory, that somehow the shot backfired. But also, yeah, we don't know much about this judge. All we know is that he's apparently working really busy. So, maybe he. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, Devil May Cry is also a Capcom, title. So, Edgeworth just used Royal Guard and, punch the bullet backwards. Anyways, that's all speculations I can do at this point. I don't know everything yet. I would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 5 minutes. Oh!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it.
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Huh. Maya.
Yes?
We don't figure this out now, I will return Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I got a hunch and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe. Already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright.
A testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realize the truth? There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
None. 9.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. Distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has had to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
Huh? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photograph evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15. That was your...
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Huh.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men are on the boat. Okay. This is a little tricky. Because I actually don't think Hammond was on the boat. Because because according to Edgeworth, he was on the boat. He by all means says that he was on the boat. So... and he was there when the shot was fired. So then... yeah, like, I understand that the idea here is that Hammond was shot, but like I'm simply trying to wrap like exactly what's the right answer here, because I want to make sure I get this right, and I actually might be a little confused on this, because so the idea is that Hammond was, because what Phoenix is saying, is that Hammond was shot earlier. Wait, okay. The Hammond was so actually would he have been? But if he was shot earlier, he probably could not be on the boat. But I just don't understand what Edgeworth is going on about with like, oh, just can't believe that he was just shot like that. I'm still not going as far as to read a full sentence. Couple words is enough. Okay. So the idea is, so Steel Samurai case, murder actually took place at a different location and it was framed to... sounded like the shot came from... sounded like the shot came... like, okay, Edgeworth says that he was on the boat. He grabbed the gun. He must have been... so Edgeworth must have been on the boat. That is the one thing I know for a fact. Edgeworth was on the boat because he actually held the gun. And he was there. He recognized that the... He recognized that the gun was fired, but it almost seemed like he shot... Because I'm thinking that... Because with the Steel Samurai case, the comparisons that I could possibly draw are that this was a case of the murderer actually, you know, like, somebody is attempting murder and then, you know, actually fails at that and somehow gets killed. But with the earlier gunshot, that proves that Hammond was already shot. Shit. Okay. So Hammond was already shot in the woods. Now, was his body dumped? Oh man, actually, it's damn it. I'm seeing possible ways here. Like, okay, was he was Hammond shot dead 25 minutes beforehand? Then what were the shots about? Well, naturally, it would need to be... Okay, Edgeworth and the murderer is the most likely... To be honest, Edgeworth never says that he's on the boat with Hammond. Does he? But he does say that the corpse fell into the... Fuck. Okay, I'm really trying to, like, wrap my head around. Because then there's also the fact that, like... How could the... Why would Edgeworth get on a boat with a dead man? That would be really weird. Damn. Okay. So, possible... Okay, if I go through this one option at a time. The murder and Hammond. Now, if I say this... I think this is bait. This is absolute bait. Supposedly, Edgeworth... We know as much that Edgeworth... That's exactly the thing. A dead man would not stand. Maybe he was injured... Maybe he was shot and he was injured, and well, actually, what's the? His gun was fired at this point. The gun is definitely fired here. Very clearly. I mean, surely we would have found a second body already. Wait. Actually... Now... I'm... Like, it's... Wait, okay. Find the marking match the murder weapon. Found in victim's body. Shot from approximately 1 meter. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, like, there's no other way but the fact that, you know, like, Hammond was dead already a while ago. Like, Hammond must have been dead. So Hammond was not on the boat. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm... Unless he's standing there while bleeding out, and he just misses a shot. He misses 2 shots somehow. But like, why did Edgeworth not tell me who's on the boat with him? Unless he specifically said, but I don't remember what he said. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is my best bet. It was not actually Hammond on the boat. If Hammond's dead... Wait, actually, let me just check the names. Robert's autopsy. Robert Hammond, yeah. Just making sure that I don't get the names wrong and there's somebody else who's dead here. The gun was fired. I just don't know what happened to the... I just don't know what happened to the shots. Like, I just don't understand what the fuck happened to the shots then. That's the thing. It was fired twice. What happened here? Like, they could have just missed. And this could be just a framing incident. Fuck! I gotta take my chances. This is the most likely. This most likely of the options. If Hammond was there already a while ago, it could not have been Hammond on the boat. So it had to be Edgeworth and murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. Then, like, why did you not say that it wasn't Hammond on the boat? He has in the guise of... Oh. Guys, Mr. Hammond, I met Edgeworth. Well, okay, now this was one of the things I was thinking of, but how the fuck do you... Like... Then again... I guess this depends a lot. Has Edgeworth ever met Hammond beforehand? Okay, fine. Yeah, but like, surely there would be like, he would hear the voice or like that? Or they're just standing there in silence? Just two bros hanging out on a foggy lake in the middle of the night? You know, actually, they're men. I can get it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, no, it's possible. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah. I could see that happening. Yeah, same the guise of Mr. Hammond and Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? I mean, wouldn't they be 5 feet apart? They would be actually more than... No. No, wait. It's very close to 5 feet.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
Huh. I'm not sure what to make of all this.
And okay, fair enough. Nowadays, like, back in the days, like, Googling somebody wasn't a particularly popular thing, so even if you would... It was 1 meter, which would be actually about... Oh shit, actually, you're right. It would be like 3 feet, about. It's 1 feet too many. Well, actually, it was for... No, but then again... A full meter? Well, no, but that's not when the shot happened, so it could... Okay, you know, you're right. You're right. But then again, they could be large boats as well. And they could be really big men. It could be Edgeworth's absolute enormous of a presence that, you know, just makes it look like he's way closer than he was. Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright. What's the name of the murderer then?
The murderer's name? Right, it's... Well, it's not Miles Edgeworth, at least. That I know. Do I know it at this point? Do we have a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so her, she certainly does have very dubious reasonings for being here. Is there a reason why... Thinks he runs a restaurant. Is there any way I could know this? Like, actually, the game is only giving me 2 options. And, Holly Jenkins... Yeah, but Keith and... What's the name of the other child? I don't know. Lotta just seems like... Lotta is very suspicious. But, I don't think it was Lotta. So... I think the problem here is that I don't think we know the murderer. Or it's not at least either one of these two. Keith and Meg. Okay, I was thinking of Meg, and I was just wasn't sure if I was mixing that with something else because I've been hearing a lot of Meg talk recently. Sure is a shame there's no Gordy as an option. Two sounds like gunshot just after midnight. The one possibility could be, of course, that, like, the two gunshots... But why would she... If she's a murderer, why would she help us? She gave us really good info on this. And because the gun was fired 3 times. There are 3 shots fired from this. 1 beforehand, and then supposedly 2 afterwards. Unless there were no actual real shots fired from the gun. I still don't get why Lotta would do it. Like, it would not make sense. I don't see a motive right now. I cannot connect her to this whole case. Well, because I don't... The 2 shots thing is, like, weird. Because I could see... Because, like, I could see her just, you know, making a stupid claim of, like, oh, yeah, there were 2 shots then, because the gun was fired twice. Shit. Like, she's also, like, the only person that was at the scene. The case files it again. Well, because, like, if you're talking about this case file, this gun was fired twice. So it is the same murder weapon. Wait, actually... Okay, you know... This does kind of make sense. Yeah. So it would not have been an actual shot. It would not have been an actual shot that was... Yeah, because it was fired twice. Okay, so let me just go through this one step at a time. If the same gun, it would be fired twice here, and then was fired once. So it was fired twice, and then after the case, or now, when it was used on this murder, it was fired once to shoot Hammond. And, okay, so we don't, because, I still don't understand why she would give the weapon. Like, this would mean that then there wasn't a shot. There wasn't a second shot. That this, that this is somehow faked. But I don't. How could it have be? How could it be faked? They were the party poppers, but those would not work here. Was there aluminium in the by the campsite? Because once again, this seems like a fake shot because there's no recorders. Like, this is aimed at Edgeworth. Okay, yeah, this is not 5 feet apart. They're very close. Very close. Very close. So they would take a, like... So since there were 2 shots, could she have faked this somehow? There was this... Honestly, the more I think about it, it's very likely that Lotta is actually Meg. And, she's taking vengeance on, she's taking vengeance on Hammond. She's taking vengeance on Hammond for causing, No. Why would she want vengeance on Hammond? Hammond would have defended her father in court if Lotta would be Meg. Could want vengeance on Edgeworth though. No. Well, yes. Could one vengeance on Edgeworth. Huh. I also don't want to throw baseless accusations, but like... it's not Miles Edgeworth, that's for sure. We don't know why Lotta was there. It's like very like this whole thing is so fishy. The whole setup is really bizarre. Fired twice, was not fired. But okay. If it was fired again, so it would be the same case, same gun, same. Like, she claims that she's there taking photographs, but she also gave me the photo. Like, honestly, I find it very... find it very hard to believe it would be Lotta after she gave the photo as well. No way. She says that there were 2 shots fired. Wait. Yeah, she said... Yeah. She said... that, yeah, naturally the camera... Okay, because that what I'm thinking here is that, like, she said that she mentioned the fact that, oh yeah, naturally the camera went off twice. So here's the empty photo. So maybe she did not realize that that was actually dated way earlier. But why would she orchestrate 2 bangs? Because she certainly was, like... Honestly, she's very suspicious. The more I think about it, the more ridiculous it is that she's there. has the whole camera pointed at the lake. Is camping at no camp zone, just to get the because okay, if we look at the map, we look at the map. I'm still pondering. If we look at the map, if they went out in the lake, the only good place, like that camera is pointed directly at a position where like I could see Lotta, you know, setting this whole thing up. Oh yeah, because also you need to drive past the boat rental area. You stand there. Larry would be like, it is so convenient for her to be there. But like, I could also buy the Gordy thingy. I can say Gordy thing. Doesn't need to be Gordy thingy just because it has a Y at the. Shit, I need to eventually make a decision here. I can't just keep pondering about this forever. But we do have a bunch of characters here that Lotta Hart could be. She overall is just a very she's a very bizarre character to be thrown into this whole mix. She was very eager to testify all of a sudden, like she wanted to, you know, make sure that the I'm gonna say Lotta Hart. The murder is none other than Miss Lotta Hart. Huh? We're investigating photographer? Yes. We're saying that young lady dressed up like Robert Hammond. Like, okay, this is a far stretch. Yes, well, she did look sort of manly. Okay, this was maybe not the right one. I'm ashamed they actually listened to this utter nonsense. Listen, you came to this conclusion based on a piece of evidence. That is this photograph taken at 11:50. Didn't have this photograph, you never would have made this claim. Correct? Just who was it that went out of her way to give you that piece of evidence? It was Lotta Hart. Why would the murderer go to all that trouble just to deliver you this decisive evidence? I guess they wouldn't. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So I was right on the fact that she would not give the information. Well, in that case, there is no... Then I don't know. Then I don't know. I can't blame Edgeworth for it. I literally cannot blame Edgeworth for it, so I guess it's going... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah. Again, you wasted my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the bow shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
A caretaker of the bow shop? Why did he do this? There weren't any bows in the lake then?
Well, I had to go all the way out the lake just to shoot someone. May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on the boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Ah, Jesus Christ. Do I know where the... Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. I should know how to try a lot up. I just was thinking that it would be like this big fucking large conspiracy thing. But apparently no. Ah, man. Okay, so... Did not take place on a boat. I mean, it could literally just be like anywhere on the shoreline, right? So Larry would have been here. He said that he was picking up. Okay, so Larry heard. Okay, so Larry would have been. Fuck. How did he say again? It was 10 to midnight. He had returned from the. He had returned. back here. And then he heard the gunshot. Would not be here. Lotta would have been here. It's not on the... Not here either. There's a single location there that... I mean, technically here. It's like a out-of-the-way area. The canister was found here. Because Larry would have been on the lake. So had he happened on the lake, so it's completely not on the lake. That's for sure. This place was empty. No. Because Larry was returning. He did say he returned the boat. Almost Christmas. There's another lake, there's another shoreline here as well, I guess, but could be pretty much fucking anywhere, to be honest. Could it be inside? Could it be inside? How likely is it? It was very clean there. It was actually very... Yeah, the place was cleaned up. It could be in the woods, by all means. Fuck. Do I have anything that... Do I have anything at all to, like, point at this? Because I'm trying to remember what Larry said. Because he, like, at the time of the shooting, would be here. He heard a loud bang, so he would have actually need to be quite close by. He didn't see anyone anywhere, so he would need to be indoors. Yeah, actually, yeah. It makes sense. He looked around a little bit, did not see anything. So he would need to be indoors. Here, of course, the bow shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proofs that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Yeah, that's Larry. That looks very Larry movement. That night he was out on the lake in the boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then just as he started to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. You know the words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? A boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Court Lake? Were you still the court from the beginning? Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. Because, like, okay. Gotta say, I completely bought the whole, completely out of his mind, you know, old man thing. I completely bought that, especially with the whole statement about, you know, lack of oxygen, you know, causing a, like, memory loss and brain damage. So I actually did not think that, you know, especially because of just how eager he was to talk. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess, yeah. When you add him to when you add the caretaker as a potential, like, yes, he has an alibi. He absolutely has like, he's the one that has even closer alibi than any of the kids at this point specifically. So or no alibi, a murder, alibi, no motive. Sorry, crime terminology. I need to watch more crime shows, I guess. So it would make sense that he specifically wanted vengeance. Dang it, we actually don't know even if he had kids. I guess he was relatively young. Lost his wife 15 years ago. Once again, this is taking this. We need to go into multiple stretches to, you know, yes or no. So I guess this makes sense. But I think I started at the very beginning. And I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the bow shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. I guess that would make sense why Polly would have the line. No, but why would he know? Nah, why would he tell us how? Like, once again, he, like, the caretaker himself has also been giving us a lot of information. So, like, this contradicts the whole, oh, couldn't have been a lot of heart because, you know, like, she was giving us crucial information as well. But this does mean that, you know, like, okay, yeah, like, I understand where the direction this case is taking, but, like, fair enough. That's when the gunshot was... that was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. They got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
And who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like the game, like, to be honest, the fact that he actually put me in a position where I had multiple options, you know, like, or like multiple tries on that, like, I can respect the fact that it was like, oh yeah, it's one of these two, either one of the witnesses or then, well, one of the witnesses. Though the I don't know option is deceiving because this game has thus far not wanted me to, you know, once show any sign of like, I don't know. Like, that seemed like the give up option. So, yeah. But it sure takes a little bit of a turn on that one, so... It's for, you know, it's for impact, so I can get that. Who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? I don't think it was Edgeworth then either. It was a boat shop caretaker to think that there was a gunfire. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both Miss Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. The first shot missed. First shot missed what? What was he? I don't think he was aiming at anything, to be honest. With a create a witness. Create a witness. I don't understand what this. I don't understand what this exactly means. Creating what witness? Like, he wasn't aiming at anything. This seems vague enough where I think this is the right answer. Like, to create a witness. What witness? Like, okay, so he was supposed to be the... Yeah, but like, why wouldn't one shot be enough for that? Then again, I guess he didn't take into account the whole camera thing. So 2 gunshots is of course like... Oh, okay, you know, yeah, that, I guess that makes sense. That it draws more attention. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like, this one doesn't make any sense. So it has to be this one, but, like, it's still, like, a weird way of phrasing it. I believe you shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body. And threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the evidence that transpired that night on Court Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miss Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take a stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Go on. Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I asked your main point. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Wong Karma, your witness has disappeared.
As such, warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will accept the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. What the fuck? I request that the police department utilize all its force to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important in this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
I could have probably said that. I know. Phoenix? Hello? Yeah. The fuck can I expect? 27, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Hi, Nick. Yay, Nick. You did it.
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
What about Larry? That was something else. Even one Karma didn't know what to do with his
testimony.
Larry really helped us out.
Yeah, that's also such a fucking bizarre thing. They just completely ignore the fact that, like, oh yeah, he's just, we're just bringing in that guy, random guy. No background checks, no nothing. Just like, oh yeah, he's just here. I mean, same goes to Larry, to be honest. Like, I think it's rather unorthodox to have a guy just walk into the courtroom and just be like, I actually would like to witness that. I would like to, give my testimony on being a witness to this case. Just out of the fucking blue. Which I do understand that this was to save Edgy Boy. But, like, this is fucking wild. I mean, yes, absolutely. Larry was acting out of desperation. So, like, that still makes sense, and I can also understand the judge's reasoning for that. But the fact that this was a planned trial with, like, preparations done for it, And this was the original witness as well. And there's like, oh yeah, we just had this random old man from the park, you know, come by, who barely, you know, knows what's what. So I guess it is kind of, you know, yeah. Good God.
Sure, once I sifted through this unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our case weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's on us on trial instead of our clients.
I think, yeah.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Huh? Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You can try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean?
Right.
There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder.
Oh shit. Well, we're about to hear something about Edgeworth, probably. I don't know. December 27, 2:11 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
And of course, they just completely cut. They just walk away from the conversation. Like Edgeworth dropped that, absolute bomb of an information, and we're just like, not the day for that. Sorry, Edgy. We gotta go. We gotta go water Charlie. More important matters. Oh, never mind. He does actually go for that. Or please don't tell me it just cuts off back to the
A memory of crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Nope, they actually just walk away.
Do you really think that Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. They'd never take someone's life, never.
Nick?
Yo, how's everyone doing?
What'd you think of my performance today?
I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right?
Right, Nick? I'm sorry, Butts, but your masculine vibes are simply not up to par for this. to compete with, court husbando Edgeworth.
Oh, me? Oh yeah, well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
Huh. I think you could better than that.
Come on, I say Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy.
You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero.
Good God.
Mia's favorite plant, its name is Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. I can see the bellboy adjusting the angle of the screwdriver in the drawer. Maya brought in a poster of the Steel Samurai the other day.
Yeah, it's the same dialogue. The same stuff as last time. Well, I guess we just ask.
Larry, you really helped us out in the trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
But seriously, Nick, that bow shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us too?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
No. Me? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment. Nick! Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know.
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
Class trial? What the fuck?
You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Ha, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mentioned it, I do remember that. I can see why you would forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during the PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. And because of the justice system in this world, I was gonna be given the death penalty if I was found guilty. At 3rd grade.
Trial?
The next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant.
Are you fucking kidding me with this?
I didn't do it.
Guilty! He did it!
Guilty! It was him.
Give the money back, you're such a meanie. Don't play with him.
Yes, Sammy, you did it. You can't hide the truth.
I can't play with you anymore.
Yeah, nobody. He shouldn't be allowed in a relay race.
Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you rob that bank the other day?
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking as well. It's like, this would make sense if they had like a practice trial when they were literally in law school or something like that. But this is 3rd grade. This was 16. It was 16 years ago. They're like, he's like 8 years old.
In the end, even the teacher thought I had done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I had done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
Objection! You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs.
Miles?
This fucking shot's great. Oh god, this is actually so good.
It was you who stole my money, wasn't it? Was it? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah. He did. How did prove make say so? Why don't you all just shut up? It's always how it is. Everybody gang up and picking on one person.
Shit, this point is not. This is way too deep.
This is how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so I didn't do it.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
Wow, this is.
That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well. I just like it that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, I would have been thought I'd done it. So I took kind of a personally, see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
And the L6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
Yeah, I know. It's like damn. Must have had a pretty good childhood otherwise, though. If that's when he felt alone.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. That's missing a comma. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I didn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney to meet Edgeworth?
Wow. This really is a star-crossed lover situation, huh?
It was a defense attorney.
I may... Yeah, actually, I'm standing by my statement. Star-crossed lovers.
If I was defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth, and it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well, maybe.
Wait, we're gonna die after this? He's gonna die of broken heart. If Edgeworth goes, Phoenix goes as well. He's gonna have a final stand. He's gonna have a final standoff to try to break Edgeworth free, a police shootout and that kind of stuff.
First, there's Red Bow Shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clear out some of these evidence that I no longer need. Okay, let's go.
Okay, I'm actually curious. What did you throw out? Okay, no autopsy report. That's good. Lake photo is there. The DL6 cases seem to be here. Map is still there. Pistol bullet. Pistol is here. Metal detector is still there. We should probably return that, to be honest. Parrot. Very important. And the file. And yeah. Oh yeah, it keeps doing that to me as well. I don't know what's up with, like, Twitch has been really shaky, or well, yeah, unreliable as all hell. Hey, you see this? Ooh, I was out there. Whew.
Glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him.
Okay, then I know it's time to move. Detention center. Maybe see if Edgeworth wants to talk now. December 27th, detention center visitors room.
You look as grim as always.
Huh.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, alright. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even.
You can say that, right? You can say that one again.
Well, maybe yeah, but
No, he's got you there, Phoenix.
I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch since I came in. A real pro.
Smile for the camera. There we go.
Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyways? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I am not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, and any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. Defense attorney got him off the hook. That'd be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in an elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in the elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's the relationship with One Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible that some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Yeah, it's it is there's certainly a little bit of a they're really honing in on, you know, Phoenix. And this world definitely works with, like, guilty until proven innocent.
Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, You're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! He's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding.
Attorney's badge. Sorry.
I'm not sure I can help you with that.
Okay.
What are you showing me this picture for? No reason. You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still.
Nick, he noticed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, no info on that. Bullets? No info on that. What about gun? No info on that. Like, nothing about that. Parrot? No info on that. Okay. DL6 incident?
It was that case that changed my life. Tomorrow, on December 28th, the statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow, could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, I will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't know if I should.
Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dress up for those.
What is it?
Nothing.
I really want to know if that's a possibility. Huh? Alright, game. Sure, I'll be reasonable. Not bring up any more trauma, I guess. We should return the metal detector. December 27, Police Department. Criminal Affairs.
Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet.
I'm sure he won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The post shop caretaker.
He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal.
Oh, good luck, Gumshoe. Chief Detective here. He's glued to his computer screen.
Huh, that's not possible. I were in London yesterday?
He must be reading predictions for the future on someone's homepage.
Yes, that's on par with the internet. It's again this blue batcher.
They know how much people like the blue batcher. Good luck.
Wait, that was different.
Spider. I see how this. I'll present him before the department at last. I'm gonna make sure they know how much people like the blue badger. Good luck.
So, okay, that's actually moving forward. Okay, yeah, that thing. Computers.
Yes, there are computers and files on each one. What did I not expect? Yeah, that must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Please, think of what you're doing, Jolinda. Don't take my Tommy away from me. No!
He must be doing image training for our nasty divorce arguments.
Okay. Sure. How long could that do? Let me just check on Grossberg. December 27, Grossberg Law Offices.
He's out again.
When does he work anyway?
No, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later.
Painting again. I feel bad for him. The expensive plant. No clues here. Mahogany. Mahogany. Okay, nothing new here. No, don't present anything to him. December 27, Gort Lake Park entrance.
Hey pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half.
I mean, honestly, yeah, they have some pretty fucking crazy criteria for this. And it very much seems to be like, yeah, you know, in this case, like, this guy was at the scene of the crime, nearby, and we have people giving shaky testimonies that contradict themselves. But still, like, nah, it's most likely they did it. And then half the time it's like, or then I guess in other times like, yeah, like, it could not be clearer. It could not be any clearer. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Just worked out as I had time out. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the bow shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have the scoundrel in my custody by the trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch a criminal.
Huh? Detective Kamshu sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing.
Eek!
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park rangers found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while.
Guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I went to steal from bare leaf trees today. So, what is it about winter that turns people into poets?
I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb.
Yes, my poetry has that effect on people.
And same dialogue as before. And that's all there is. All she wrote. Well, I guess we can't go to the woods, but we can go to the public beach. Number 27, Court Lake Public Beach.
The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. I was going to sit here on a cold day like this. Well, honestly, we're eating samurai dog.
How about change the temperature?
You seem troubled, Nick.
No, who, me?
This Lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't he?
Huh?
I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, and the charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies.
I guess you're right.
I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still.
It would have been kind of funny if Gordy had turned out to be real.
Oh, I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. A trash can with no trash. At least the place is well maintained. That would fit right in. Guess Larry has today off.
He was pretty happy about seeing Mr. Edgeworth.
True. We owe him big.
Sure hope he didn't leave the dogs in here. Quite unfortunate. $27 boat rental shop.
That old caretaker go away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I know the clearing of the throat anywhere.
Oh, what might you be doing here? Out for a walk, Oh, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemons, you see.
Mr. Grossberg! There's no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth trial ends tomorrow.
Ah, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Well, the boat rental shop doesn't look like anyone is around.
The caretaker must have run for the mills, huh? Hills, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it.
He didn't seem like a bad person.
There's a forest here beyond these bushes.
Nick! The forest! There's someone in there!
Huh? You're right, there's a few policemen in there.
They must be looking for the caretaker.
Good luck.
I mean, how far could he have possibly ran?
There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. And there's a space for one more boat at the dock.
Should probably double check that information. Caretaker shack. December 27, caretaker shack.
Nobody's home.
Hello? Hello? Squawk.
Hey, it's Polly. Wonder where your oven is gone, Polly.
Hello? Hello? Squawk.
I can't believe you'd run off and leave this poor parrot to fend for herself.
That is very true.
Hello? Hello? Squawk.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
We probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyways. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me.
We're gonna add up Polly at the end, aren't we?
Doesn't look like he used his kitchen much.
You're right.
I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
What, you thought he was telling the truth?
I actually wasn't. Well, I mean, okay, I didn't think he was actually running a pasta restaurant here, but I figured he would. He actually. Initially, I thought that he was actually thinking that was true.
Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn the heater on. Hasn't been back here since the trial.
Ah!
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
Damn, Phoenix.
Say, Nick, are people you should put pictures of fish up on the wall to post about them?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they call, right?
Right, but all the fish on the here look really puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was a caretaker, and we didn't see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here?
That reminds me, Nick. Polly didn't here knows the number for the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228? Squawk?
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw, she was actually ready to rob the man. I mean, okay, now that we are quite sure that he's a murderer, it's less morally questionable thing. Still.
But hey, he gives a lock, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Oh, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. It's exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
There it is, the word perfect.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When I killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
How could have written that letter?
And
What does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
look, I don't know, okay? But one thing is for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
I'm gonna save that to the card. Okay, won't Karma just get really mad at Edgeworth for, you know, faltering in the Steel Samurai case? Or because he started losing his cases now due to Phoenix? That he wants Edgeworth out? Like, okay, I have a feeling this very likely is actually won't karma. It's the kind of drama that this game would throw at me. But like, it would be kind of fucking wild. Anyways, anything else there?
There's nothing left in the safe.
I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him.
He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial.
Okay, fair enough. Should we feed Polly? We should probably feed Polly, to be honest.
That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring the Detective Gumshoe.
Do you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we could just leave him a metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not.
Okay, I think that's all I have here. Pretty sure that's all, and now I just need to go... Well, I need to go talk to a, Oh, actually... Well, I'll go check on Gumshoes first. Never mind, Gumshoe's not here yet. Oh, because he's still out and about. Yeah, true. Never mind.
One day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's go get going.
What to do?
What do you think we should be do now, Maya?
You would know best, Nick. So what should you do? That should work.
Well, had any good ideas?
This is all tied to the DLC incident. We better find out as much as we can about the murder before tomorrow.
Something that happened back then was as a hold on Edgeworth and it wouldn't let go.
So like there's a high chance that Edgeworth was the one that I don't know. I find it unlikely that Kit would have shot his dad. Like, how would he have gotten the gun? But then again, he could have accidentally, like, they could have tried to break the window. Like, clearly they tried to shoot the window. And it's impossible to say if the, you know, if Kid Edgeworth would have, you know, taken one shot at it while everybody else was passed out and something like that. We don't know. So about that whole, if you need help, Grossberg? Fat fuck. Oh, actually, I should show this. You know, never mind. I should show that to Edgeworth.
Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something?
Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
I'm pretty sure any innocent person that was declared guilty by Edgeworth would be dead. Fuck, man. They really don't believe in, you know... What's the term? The proper term escapes my mind right now, but you know, like the main purpose of prisons to, you know, re-educate people to, you know, get them into, or not re-educate, but like reformation, I think is the word I'm looking for here. Like, they really don't believe that any criminal can ever be redeemed to any degree. So they just have to execute all of them on a base of murder. So that this holy shit! This is a grim dark alternative universe. Alternative, I say, with very hopeful tone.
He was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now it's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
Also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait.
Still so weird.
Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitation of the DL6 incident.
Ugh. Wait.
Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is? I've known for a good fucking while, and so should have Phoenix.
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow on December that runs out. Tomorrow.
Oh shit.
But even if that case is finally closed on paper, never be erased from that.
I'm supposed to actually talk about that, not show more. Yana Yogi.
Yana Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help! I can't breathe.
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help! Get us out!
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yana Yogi's mental condition was called in question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh, but isn't that strange? His lawyer tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take a revenge on you?
Right.
Yeah, we're all rooting for Edgeworth.
Yeah. There's something that has been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell you and tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. Hey, I'm doing just fine trying to get through the episode 4 here. I'm pretty sure I still have like a full trial here to go through, so it's gonna be left with a bit of a cliffhanger, but it's just been a long fucking story. But I gotta say that it's taking turns, and it's quite interesting.
I wake up in fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help! I can't breathe.
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help! Get us out.
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air.
What?
Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air.
No, Father! He's attacking Father!
I mean, he's certainly a character. And now, see, I'm not familiar with this one bit, or like I'm not familiar with the franchise one bit. This is my first time playing this. But there's been a lot of characters, to be honest.
And I see a pistol lying at my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in course or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
away from my father.
Bang!
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
Huh? But just a dream, right? Right?
That door is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. What if I am wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was a true criminal on DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are you going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
Huh? There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
And off we go to Grossberg Law Offices. Finally. The Fat Man Sings. December 27, Grossberg Law Offices.
Mr. Grossberg.
Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're nuts.
Oh, my. Just calm down and tell me what happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamed he shot his own father?
It's only a dream. It's only a dream.
I wonder...
What?
If that's the case, then why do you look so troubled, hmm?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, you want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father, the pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his case as a career as bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
Okay, actually, this absolutely clarifies the fact that the it's not the same gun. It's absolutely not the same gun that was used in the two cases. That would make perfect sense. Well, I mean, I guess it still could be, but like, I don't know how long the traces remain. So, the gun was fired twice during the case. Yeah. Because there's that bullet shot, or there's a bullet hole in the window. Okay, now, before we go into the concept of Wright's voice being replaced, Wright has a voice actor in something? Is it in the anime? Or are you just, or is it just an objection sound? Because I have no idea how long they've, I don't know how long the same voice actor would have, or like, because I know that Capcom has had this, Capcom has been having a bit of problems with a lot of voice actors recently, so, that's kind of interesting that they would also be changing the Wright's voice. Or are you just saying that they're replacing the voice? Just taking the voice away? Actually, I'll let you explain that rather than I keep throwing questions at this and I don't know anything about it. So then again, that's how I play this game. Gregory Edgeworth, what do you know about Edgeworth's father? Oh, so they okay, so they didn't keep that sucks. Like, I know that these games are rather highly regarded as like a lot of people like these have a lot of, how would I say? Seem to have a lot of dedicated fans. So that's really unfortunate that you couldn't keep the fucking. Why would they not use the same fucking sound clip? That seems such an unnecessary change. So I can completely understand.
I was defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have been one peer now. May have had one peer now, now I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. As a result, he has a perfect wind recording court.
Wait, okay, now that's so weird. That's like, I would get that if they just want to get like complete new, like, it would suck, but it would make sense that if they just want to replace, if they want to do all the audio again, just like, just you know, like, get like new recordings and get the new audio. But the fact that they keep something, specifically Edgeworth's objection, that's so unnecessary. That makes the change completely unnecessary. Like, why not keep both? Why not either keep both or why not change both? That's weird.
To bring him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
Oh, actually, now I think I'm starting to see how this goes. I have an idea as to. Yeah, they're bringing up a lot of attention to Von Karma, and there must have been a reason why Hammond wanted to meet up with Edgeworth. Even though I don't know if Edgeworth knows why. Oh well, we'll see. And that's like, unless there's a specific reason for it, that seems really like, if that's the only thing they changed, then that's really weird. Unless there's a specific reason for it, because I know that there are. For example, Kingdom Hearts is a good example of them needing to change the voice actor due to reasons. Same thing with Devil May Cry. So I mean, Kingdom Hearts is not a Capcom game, but like. But if it's completely unprompted, then that's really weird. That's a weird decision. That's a really weird decision. So.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff Yanni Yogi.
Yeah, Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yep, now that I think about it. It seems to the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he's falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Oh, this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent. Well, why would it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won the innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait.
What is it?
This letter. I've seen his handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? You have any idea who wrote this?
I mean, out of all these options, come on, game. You could, like, you could give me a little bit of, okay, I should not be saying this. I was earlier complaining about the options that he was giving me. But this is pretty fucking, this is fucking direct. So I know very little about the franchise, once again. But Spirit Medium seems to have quite the persistent presence in this, which I find kind of funny, but I can't take this seriously to begin with, so I don't mind it. Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports.
What? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Alright, Manfred Von Karma himself.
What does it mean then? Why would one Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
Actually. Hey, Cat, what you doing?
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
But how could one Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? And Mr. Edgeworth thought he was a nightmare.
That I do not know. I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
Wow, what a petty bitch.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago,
And the table is made of mahogany.
Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation? I've never heard of such thing.
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecution.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe!
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. I, myself, don't even know what that word means.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? One Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty on to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
Are they gonna...
Are they gonna claim that, you know, Edgeworth is guilty of murder at the age of 9? While trying to defend his own father, and they're gonna fucking execute him?
Nah, probably not where this is going. But I'm just...
You just never know about this fucking world.
Also, hey Cat, are you after something? You want something? Need something? Sorry, hit the microphone. Oh, good. You wanna come here? You wanna come here? No, the cat does not want. Cat wants no involvement in this apparently. So I'll let him be. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he would kill someone.
But Nick,
I mean, there are things that happen that you have no control over. There's a big difference between defending your own father. I don't know.
Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
He threw a gun to defend his, to save his own father's life, and happened to kill a guy. The gun went off, and honestly, that is more like if now naturally I am still suspicious of. I don't think this actually happened like this, but the fact that the gun was loaded, had no safety on, and fired when being thrown is, in my opinion, more a fault of the person whose gun that was than the person who threw it, especially if it's an act of self-defense. So I don't think this is a murder. Yeah, we need to go to court, prove that Edgeworth did not kill Hammond by proving that he killed his own father. And this before the case expires. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, this is fucking insane. Oh, man.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials.
I mean, I could show. I have them here. You want to read up on this shit?
This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. Or we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damages the GL6 incident has done will never be eased. Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. What would have become of one Karma were he alive?
Probably, tables would have probably turned a lot. Well, I think that's all I can get out of you, but thanks.
Was it changing my layout to?
No. Yes.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
Did I ever present him this?
Why are you showing me this picture for?
Oh, no, never mind. Okay, it seems like I just need to move on to a, possibly check on Gumshoes. December 27, Police Department, Criminal Affairs.
There's hardly anyone here.
I must be looking over that old guy, Yogi.
Oh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoes will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real.
That is a very interesting choice of words. I get that it's probably some sort of an idiom, or a matter of speech. But damn. Raw dogging that pavement, huh?
We were wondering if we could check out the records room again.
Oh no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway.
Honestly, Gumshoe, well, he clearly was the, he's such a, like a, he started off as a very stereotypical, like a kind of clumsy, rugged detective. But I actually really like the fact that he's like an emotional, he's actually quite emotional. Sure, he's bad at his job. Or he's bad at the professional side of his job, but he seems to be, well, he's trying real hard. You're right. I'm in no position to judge. I'm in no position to judge what a man does, what happened, like what goes on between a man and the pavement. Yeah, the best I can say about Gumshoe, he's trying his best. He's not the best dick, but he's the only one we got. And at least he's got a soft heart. Or a big heart. Anyways.
And God, as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Ah, he just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick! Let's hurry!
I mean, is he gonna be burning evidence? December 27, Police Department. Records room. Is he gonna all of a sudden just like accuse us of murder? We're gonna show up and he's like, they attacked me. They tried to shoot me. He's gonna do the fucking Mr. White situation. We're gonna go through the Mr. White situation all over again.
Dusty as always.
We were here only just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he's in here. Von Karma.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open. I must have been looking at it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence.
Unsolved cases?
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Eat! Von Karma!
You. How do you know my name?
What? Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't We're Monster was the defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
Man, you crush all your bugs? Yeah, no, I think... Yeah, maybe death penalty is, okay in this case.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
Should I look at anything else here?
Looks like there are files inside this glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside.
Nick, it's locked.
You must keep important case files in there. This large drawer is half open. The label on the drawer reads unsolved cases evidence. All the stuff in here looks like random junk. And the evidence for the DL6 is missing. And guess who took it? To Von Karma. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are question marks. Most of it looks like random junk.
Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for?
Don't touch that, it's evidence. There's shelf stuff with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases rotting away for eternity.
Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this stuff's getting to me.
Here are the files collected. Here are the files of collective case reports. Quite a large volume of reports here.
Wow, these are all case reports?
Yeah, it's like graveyard of police cases.
I guess my sister's case report is in here too. Quite good.
Yes.
I never really... I don't know if I want to consider that as a... Oh, now. The unfortunate fact of the matter is, anything can be a kink. Anything can be a kink. I don't know if I want to actually answer that because I think I know. I think I know why somebody would be into that stuff, but I really don't want to think about it. Oh yeah, Dick Kamshu absolutely could be someone's kink. Actually, honestly, a big wardrobe of a man, rugged, employed. Honestly, not a bad catch. Fuck, I think I've read that one before. I just don't remember the context. But then again, that has all the context I need for that, so... Damn. TLDR, people are weird. I mean, naturally, definition of weird varies from person to person, but... No, I buy it. I absolutely buy it. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed the veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate.
Ow. Yeah, I mean, what way am I wrong?
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A crotch against a mayor defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But what I don't get is... why did you take his son under your wings afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my friend, the attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way.
He's killed 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up Deal 6 in court tomorrow.
Wait, so they're unironically going to accuse him of murder in... Is that so that they can convince... Is it actually so that they can convict Edgeworth for a crime that he accidentally did at the age of 9 how would I say? In a catastrophic situation, trying to protect his own father. Meaning that either, one, he's committed murder once, so he could do it again, or two, just to fucking prove a point.
Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanioki to commit murder.
I don't know if I should have told him this.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble of bringing it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick! Why is that thing?
A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts straight to the nipple will course through your body like a duck touching an electric fence.
Yeah, he does. He seems absolutely fucking insane.
600,000. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No.
No!
Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was on a list. Damn. Holy fuck. Maya. God. Heroically sacrificing herself yet again.
Maya. Out of my way.
Wow. Well, he did not run, huh? He did not fucking run.
Ugh. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya!
The letter, did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, this is a... Like, this is definitely an assault. This is almost an attempt on life. And not just one person, two! Inside the fucking police department! Do they not have cameras? Did nobody hear?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, no. When we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
God damn, man. Wait, this is actually really sad. I feel really sad for Maya. I mean, I like her as a character to begin with, but this is so fucking sad.
Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Montgomery was holding this when Maya jumped him.
I mean, like, okay, I get it. This is like early 2000s, specifically 2001. So by all means, maybe they didn't have active security systems working back then. Except, yes, they did. If they had that working in fucking FNAF, which took place in like somewhere 87 or whatever. Like... Jesus fucking Christ. This fucking game, man. Anyways, DL6 bullet stashed in pocket. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Still bears clear ballistic markings.
I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow.
To be continued? Yeah, that's the perfect fucking... That was good. That was good. Wait, I'm saving. Yeah, I'm saving here. Okay, final day trial will be coming up next. Not doing that today. I think it. I don't even know how late that would go. Good God. This. The thick is plotting for sure. Number 28, 9:51 a.m. District Court Defender Lobby number 2. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Phoenix. Not now. Yeah. At least 2 hours. Who knows how difficult this even is. It's a little late here. So I've been streaming for 3 hours. This game takes a fucking toll on my voice. So I'm gonna continue next week. Anyways, actually have a bit of a... I don't necessarily have an early morning, but I actually kind of should sleep properly. But, this was really good. I honestly... This game is so fucking silly. It's so fucking silly. I gotta love it. I actually, as frustrating as it at times can be when you're just completely at a dead end, it is really fun. Oh yeah, I bet. I have a feeling that, you know, this kind of stuff that, you know, it's kind of unique because still this is a visual novel by all standards. But it also has a very unique aspect to it with the whole, like, courtroom thing. I feel like, you know, my second game is not as good. But I kind of feel like this kind of stuff can get really interesting. The more refined the people that made it, you know, get with the writing and the style that they do it. Because it's also really good for, like, because I have watched some crime drama or like crime shows and like that. Hey, I can cut. So it's like it's really it has a lot of that, like, kind of silly stuff, and I am a fan of that. Like, there is an appeal to it, so I don't mind it being, like, kind of goofy, as long as it's consistent to. Well, okay, I can't say it's even consistent to itself, but it's goofy. I like it. Anyways, let me just, since it's not super late, I could do a little bit of planning here. I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Possibly, well, either Elden Ring or then I'm gonna have my I'm gonna do the Monster Hunter stream that I've been planning on. Anyways, I'm taking the weekend off from this game. I think it's just for the best, for the sake of my voice. It's kind of rough. It's a bit rough, and I think a bit of break is not bad. Anyways, I should eventually beat Elden Ring. And I want to have the one Monster Hunter stream. And I want to do, like, I do have time for that on Monday as well, if I just, or on Tuesday as well, because I think the Chindahar Hunt is available until Wednesday, I think. So I could wrap this up on Monday, have the well, I kind of need to check what's my situation on, I do need to check my Call of the Lamb situation, because Wolfhaven's coming out on Wednesday. I would rather play it on release, but I don't know, do I have a single save that is functional right now, or that I have played far enough where I can actually, well, keep it going. I think I finished that one quite well, and I should be able to continue that. And there hasn't been... Well, there was a goat stuff that I did not do for that one. So I kind of need to look into that. But anyways, yeah, I think that's about it. I'll wrap this up next week and then probably do Cool the Lamb. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have not... I don't think I played the GOAT update on my original save file. But I think the only thing they added was a bit of lore and the GOAT. I already did the sin things. But I need to look into that. I need to check that out. And also, I don't know if actually there's a chance that DLC drops only after it drops after my stream hours. So I might need to prolong that to Wednesday or Thursday. Anyways. So it's a little iffy as to when do I actually get to... Which day? Wednesday or Thursday? When do I get to that one? But that will be the plan for now. So... yeah, I think that's good enough. Actually, I already put my controller down. I'm not even main menu it. But yeah, because to my understanding, this game, this is the last... Well, there's possibly a DLC thing. Shit, if there's a DLC thing, then that might take me Tuesday and Wednesday. Fuck. Okay, I need to think of this a bit. I need to plan this out a bit. But I'm gonna try to wrap this up before the Woolhaven DLC. Or I'll wrap this up before the Woolhaven DLC drops. Or before I get to Woolhaven DLC. I don't necessarily need to play on release date, but I want to get to it as soon as I can. But I don't want to leave this hanging either. So yeah, so that's my plan. Thank you all. Yeah. This was a fucking this is being quite the ride. Well, I kind of have to. But yeah. Thank you all, and yeah. Bye, sis.